Since the murder of rap star PNB Rock in broad daylight. He was from Germantown, you may recall. He was shot and killed while eating lunch at a restaurant in Los Angeles. And now there's new exclusive video coming out that sheds light on what really happened that day. The news magazine True Crime News is devoting a special edition tonight to the never-before-seen videos. The host of the True Crime News, Anna Garcia, joins us live here right now at CBS News Philadelphia. So Anna, tell us about this video, this surveillance video.
So it's got two components to it. One is the actual shooting, the murder. And what that video very clearly shows is that PNB Rock, Rakim Allen, never stood a chance, because the shooter came in, put the gun up, asked for the jewels, and within seconds he was already shot. So the opportunity to hand over the $500,000 in jewelry wasn't even there. And PNB Rock was carrying a gun. He had it in the back of his waistband, but didn't even have enough time. The man is shot, and then the shooter, you can see him grabbing the jewelry off of him, also points the gun to the girlfriend who's having lunch with him, takes some of her jewelry, but she is not shot.
Now let's talk about the girlfriend, because at first, wasn't there kind of like an implication that maybe she was involved in some way on this?
The implication was she had posted a picture from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles where this happened.
So the location, she's saying where we are.
Where we are, and she posts a picture of the food, the chicken and the waffles, not of them, not that she's with him. And then the shooting happens. But what we didn't know now that we do, what we didn't know then that we know now is that that photo had nothing to do with the murder of PNB Rock. The setup had started the minute he walked into the restaurant. He's wearing $500,000 in jewelry. There's someone there who spots him, does a fist bump. We see this on the video. He contacts someone else, a father and son team. And the food was delayed by almost 40 minutes. But it was just slow that day in the restaurant. So keep that in mind. She didn't get to post that video, that photo, till much later. And it was those two that were responsible for the death of PNB. And it was, the whole setup was just to steal all his jewelry.
Wow. Well, you've been following crime stories for years. I mean, this was your beat as a general assignment reporter. I mean, the show's now 2 months on the air.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of response are you getting from folks?
Wonderful. We're here in Philadelphia talking about this incredible case. We need to set the record straight. She blamed herself, the girlfriend blamed herself for this murder, that it was all her fault. It wasn't her fault. We need to make sure that everyone knows that, because social media and other celebrities jumped all over her, blaming her. So it's important to have that discussion, to tell the entire story of a crime.
As opposed to news nuggets.
Yes.
This is what I always tell people. You don't know the full story until you know the full story.
Exactly. And today we can tell you the full story. It's the entire half-hour episode on tonight, here on your station.
This is a great focus, and I mean, I know the folks here in Philadelphia, because of the connection with Germantown, people are going to be very interested.
They should be. I think it will be very revealing about what happened. He never stood a chance, and then the agony that she goes through in the interrogation room, she couldn't go to the hospital with him.
Wow.
Well, you see her fear and her agony as you know, the world is just blaming her for something, and she starts blaming herself, and it wasn't her fault.
Well, we look forward to watching this. Thanks so much for joining us. And again, you can watch True Crime News tonight and every night on our sister station, Philly 57 at night.
Shout out to True Crime News. I do watch a lot of their content. I remember when this story first dropped, and I didn't make a video on it because there was just so little information that came out about it, that I decided, y'all know me, I like to get the facts and the details, at least what I can from the internet before I make a video on stuff, just because I don't like to make videos on the same thing more than once, unless there's a reason to. I am not in the business of just consistently talking about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again when there's no new points to bring up, there's no new topics to discuss. I know a lot of creators and content creators do that shit for YouTube, for the ad revenue, and so they can get paid out for it. But I'm only talking about something if there's new, especially if I've talked about it before. But listen, this right here, this PNB Rock situation, I definitely wanted to make a video on it. I remember when this first dropped, and everybody blamed the girlfriend, right? Everybody blamed the girlfriend. You had, like they said, you had celebrities coming out blaming the girlfriend, basically saying, why is she posting pictures of the restaurant or their food? Why is she posting up the location on Instagram Live? She was basically giving his ops the drop. She was basically there setting him up so that he could get robbed and killed. I remember it was nasty. And they did this girl dirty. They did this girl dirty. Without any facts, without any information, they just assumed he was set up by his girl because she gave them the location. Well, come to find out, that's not what happened at all. That's not what happened at all. PNB Rock showed up to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with his girl. He walks in the door. First thing that happens is somebody behind the counter, somebody from the kitchen, spots him, sees him with all this jewelry on. You can't walk into a restaurant, especially in the urban fucking community. I know y'all think the streets love y'all. I know there's a stigma that the streets, especially if you a rapper, that the streets got love for you. But let me tell you what actually is happening. They look at you as food. That's what you are. You are food from the moment you walk through them doors with gold chain and ice dripping off your neck and wrapped around your neck. All they see is a payday. You are food and you about to get served up. So PNB Rock shows up to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Walks in with all this jewelry on. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of money just hanging off his neck, right for the taking. Somebody behind the counter spots him and says, "Oh, okay. We got one. We got one." Gets on the phone, makes a call. Who does he call? We'll get to that in a second. Makes a call. Two people show up. Go into the restaurant. Now you at gunpoint. Now all of a sudden, your whole life is flashing before your eyes. You didn't think that someone would run up on you because you felt protected because you had heat on them. You got heat on you, right? You just heard her. It was in the back. He had a gun on him. It was in the back of his waistband, right on his back. But guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you got a gun on you. If I've already got the drop on you, it's too late. It's too late. You are not John Wick, and life is not a movie. You are not about to turn into Steven Seagal and martial arts your way out of this one. This is real life. And when somebody got their sights trained on you, it is nothing you can do but what they say. That's the only option you have. This is not TV. Sorry. So yeah, he had heat on him, but guess what? In this situation, it don't matter. You know, he could have had ARs galore on him. Don't matter. It's too late. I already got the drop on you. Now what you gonna do? You're not about to do nothing but other than what I say. But guess what? The plan wasn't just to take the jewelry. He shot him. Who we talking about? Well, who did that person in the back end up calling? Let's go to the article. It says 3 people, including father and son, charged in the death of Philadelphia rapper PNB Rock. A man wanted in connection with the killing of Philadelphia rapper PNB Rock was apprehended in Las Vegas on Thursday as authorities released stunning new details of how the fatal shooting allegedly occurred. Freddie Lee Trone, age 40 years old, was taken into custody by the Las Vegas Criminal Apprehension Team Task Force, the LAPD said in a statement. The fugitive suspect and his 17-year-old son were also formally charged Thursday in the shooting at a South Los Angeles restaurant. Court documents allege that Trone's son, considered a minor at the time, is the one who actually pulled the trigger and robbed the rapper inside of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles on September 12th. Freddie Trone allegedly acted as the getaway driver, while his wife also stands accused of being an accessory after the fact. So the whole family is trash. The whole entire family is trash. And as the lead, this is why it's important, women, for you to know how to pick a leader. A leader that's not going to lead you into the valley of death. A leader that's not going to be the end of your fucking livelihood. Picking a strong leader is a task that you are tasked with. Because when you don't, this is what happens. This fool set up his whole family. The whole family. He threw his 17-year-old son out there to the wolves, had him go in and commit the crime while he was in the car, safe and sound. Weak shit. Sent the 17-year-old boy in to do it. And y'all worried about a white man still. Y'all still talking about ended up on slave ships. You are the slave. You already on a slave ship. Mentally, in your mind, you enslaved. You can't escape this fucking culture of killing your own brethren. I don't want to hear shit else about that shit. Sends in his son, 17 years old, whole life ahead of him. It's over now. Send in your son. Then he has his wife be an accessory after the fact. Meaning he was making calls, yo, hold me down. Make sure you hold me down. Says the documents allege that Freddie Tron dropped his son off near the restaurant that day. His son was armed with a handgun and had his face covered with a mask. The 30-year-old rapper was sitting inside the restaurant with his girlfriend, wearing what authorities described as jewelry valued at several hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know y'all want to look drippy in the streets. I get it. I get that it's the rapper thing to do. But when will we learn that the streets don't fucking love you? Have we not seen enough cases of that? You think because you're a rapper that also comes with some ounce or some degree of bulletproof armor. It does not. The streets don't fucking love you. You are food to them. They just waiting for a chance to get the drop on you. That is it. You can't trust your own community to have your back. You can't trust your own community to respect you. Because the community is trash. The teen allegedly pointed the gun at the rapper and demanded, "Give me all your jewelry now." Reminder that all of this was caught on tape. They don't care. They did not care. The documents do not indicate if PNB Rock resisted, but say the teen shot the rapper in the chest while he was sitting at the table, and then 2 more times in the back as he was falling to the ground. He then allegedly removed the jewelry off the rapper's dying body, including necklaces, rings, and watches. He also took a watch from his girlfriend. The rapper was later transported to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Freddie Tron then allegedly drove up to the back of the strip mall parking lot and drove his son away, returning home but leaving the car parked a few blocks away. This is the idiot right here. Black as hell. These are the people that's plaguing your community, bringing nothing but death and violence. He don't look white to me. He don't look like the people that y'all be claiming is y'all oppressor. He look black as hell to me. Tron is expected to be booked in Las Vegas pending extradition to Los Angeles. He and his 17-year-old son, who was arrested, are charged with 1 count each of murder and conspiracy to commit robbery and 2 counts each of second-degree robbery involving the September 12th killing. The teen, whose name has not been released because he is a minor, made his initial court appearance Thursday in a Compton juvenile courtroom. He is due back in court. Listen. The third defendant, Chantel Tron, 38, the wife, was set to be arraigned Thursday on 1 count of being an accessory after the fact. So she just as dumb. It's the whole family is just stupid. The whole family is stupid as hell. Y'all think the streets love y'all. The streets don't have no love for you. They looking at you as food, as a come up. This idiot right here, this on all accounts, this was the dumbest plan that you could ever have. You didn't even wait till he came outside of the restaurants where there's a potential of no cameras being around. You send your son in, marching to the tune of his own death, to commit the crime because you didn't even want to do it. You decided to be the getaway driver. And y'all sitting up here worried about, again, y'all worried. You got Ricky Smiley talking about we about to be back on boats tomorrow. He wouldn't be surprised if they try to make us slaves again. Nigga, you already a slave. Who the fuck need to do anything against us when we killing ourselves? I ain't got to do nothing if I'm y'all ops. If I hated black people, all I would have to do is sit back and watch you all be the death and destruction unto yourselves that you have been for the last 40 years. In the name of what? For some jewelry? I tell you, you fooled. PNB Rock never stood a chance. The moment he stepped in there, it was already over. It was already over. And they hounded that girl. They hounded his girl. Said that she had set him up. Said that she was in on it. Meanwhile, she gets a gun shoved in her face too. I'm pretty sure her life flashed before her very own eyes. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. I'm done. I wanted to talk about this on live stream. We did not get a chance to do it because, we had a live stream scheduled for last Friday, I believe. But it didn't happen because some people that promised to be there ended up not coming. And that's going to be a theme and an issue that we're going to have to address, me and the host, Red. But we'll get to it in the coming days. Live stream on the way. Thank you all for tuning in, for everything that I do on this channel, whether it's talking about situations like this or talking about scammers or whatever it is. Listen, I am a YouTuber that is going to go all across the globe. You don't know what you're going to get with this channel. I may talk about finance one day and talk about murder the next. But I thank y'all. I do appreciate you all for sticking with me, for staying with me, and for just rolling with whatever I do. I appreciate y'all so very much. Listen, I do want to hear what y'all think about this down in the comments, because this is an ongoing issue for that has been plaguing the black community for the better part of the entire history of hip hop. So call it what it is. But I do want to hear from y'all down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.